we throw the format out on this. But we will jump into some of these questions. And, talking about you being back in WWE, I think it fits perfectly with this one question that this guy asked. So we'll start here. Jamie asked, Jim, can you please sign a Legends deal so we can get a WCW Hacksaw figure from WWE? Jim, did they try to get you to sign any contracts or anything while you were there?
Who asked this? Lenny?
It was Jamie.
Jamie, excuse me. Jamie, yeah. Jamie, you're going to hear it here first, along with Marcus. I just signed a Legends deal with the WWE.
How about that? Congrats, Jim. That's
awesome.
Yeah,
right on cue, brother. Great segue. Way to get that kid in line, man, to ask the question. But just recently signed the Legends deal. I haven't signed it for a while. There was a little kind of discrepancy what was going on. But we got it all worked out and was able to sign it. And so hopefully the action figures and the games will be coming back out again.
So we're going to be seeing Jim Duggan on, like you said, you're going to be on WWE video games. Whenever guys sign, they get the action figures. There's going to be all sorts of Jim merchandise coming soon from WWE. Man, that's awesome news, Jim.
Yeah, it was. Yep. I was going to kind of break it to you, but Jamie blew the whole surprise, brother. Thanks very much, man. No, great way to get into it. But I'm excited. Like I said, it's a whole new day up there in WWE, and I'm proud to be part of it. Of course, I never blasted the WWE. I never blasted Vince. I said as bad as he was, I still wouldn't be where I am without him. Yep. Wrestling wouldn't be where it is without him. I mean, I can't vouch for his character, but as a businessman that took wrestling from high school gyms and National Guard armories to what it is today. But I signed that deal, so hopefully it won't take too long to be in the circuit to come out with new action figures and stuff. And hopefully they give me some abs this time,
You deserve them, of
Buff
course.
Me up. Well, Magnum's the last ones to come out. The Magnum's action figures. I forget what they. Yeah,
the Power Town Toys.
Yes, I'm trying to think if there's one up here. Darn it! But they got me buffed up. Shoot, I look great, man.
It makes sense, that physique on Hacksaw, absolutely.
Well, things kids don't know, they're like back in the day. Oh yeah, that was pretty much the scale.
the figure doesn't do it justice. Well, Jim, now that Jamie mentioned it, they're releasing a line of WCW Monday Night Wars action figures. You were involved in the Monday Night Wars, and as a matter of fact, you wore some purple trunks during that period of time with gold boots.
Yeah,
so we might see that one.
Kevin Sullivan. I tell you, I think Vince Russo tried everything he could to kill me off. I mean, they're like, you're hoeing too much. You should cut down on your hoeing. And I'm like, they're all hoeing back at me. It's not like it's ho.
Right.
Like, oh. And they're like, well, you got them going USA so much. Let's see if you can get them chanting WCW.
How'd that go?
Well, they gave me gold boots, purple trunks. Instead of the American flag, I had a WCW flag. It kind of went the way WCW went.
Not
a
exactly.
Huge flushing sound. I mean, it's pro wrestling. I walk into the building 40 years later at Indianapolis, the people are going, USA, USA. Notice that, writers. I mean, back then, they don't even, let's do something different with Duggan. Just give me a non-American. Iranian, a Russian, a Cuban, somebody. People just want to chant USA, and they want to chant with somebody that believes it, and it's coming from the soul. It's not like Lex going, USA.
Mm-hmm.
With a Hacksaw without there, I go to USA. It was coming from USA, man.
And why rewrite the book? It's something that worked consistently for 20 years.
How about Team Canada? Another great idea. Vince Russo, geez. Everybody thinks they sent him there to sabotage the WCW. Him and Vince were really tight. Like, okay, go down there.
Oh, man.
Sank the company.
Well, it worked if that's what they were planning on.
Turner Broadcasting, just association. Just stick guys with a few movie stars. It just elevates the boys. I mean, there's so many things that company could have done. But what the hell? I enjoyed it. I made more money there than I did with WWF.
So there's that, man. The fall from 1999 to 2001, a 2-year span, Jim, where it was like top of the world. Bill Goldberg is on the Tonight Show, like it was peak. It's never been higher. Competing with WWF back and forth. 2 years later, out of business. It's like unfathomable.
Shows exactly what a brilliant businessman Vince McMahon is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he beat Ted Turner. With Ted Turner, with all Turner's power and companies and stuff, Vince McMahon still beat him. I mean, those guys coming out to the arena in with a tank or whatever it was, a Jeep, just for combat. That's genius, man. That's great.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And man, it's a shame because I missed WCW. I was a WCW fan.
Oh, that was a hot time, but tough time for the boys though. If you're on and your ratings are here and the WWE guys' ratings are here, then boom, you're gone and somebody else will compete for that spot. That's what people don't realize, how competitive wrestling is. It's not sports, it's television. It's more competitive than sports. It doesn't matter what great athlete you are. You can be the best athlete in the world, but if you can't talk on television, if you can't perform in front of people, it makes no difference. And then some guy's not an athlete at all, and boom, is a huge star. Look at Dusty Rhodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jim, I was at a show recently, and it's customary at these wrestling shows for the young trainees to come out, and they set up the ring, and then, they'll come backstage and they'll talk to a lot of the wrestlers and ask a lot of wrestlers for advice. I'm the new kid on the block, but they don't know that. They're new trainees, so they're coming up to me and saying, like, hey, you have any advice for me? And I was like, well, I'll give you the advice that I hear Jim Duggan give all the time, and that's work on your promo and your character. Because everybody can take a backdrop. So I was using some of your stuff to try and pass knowledge.
Well, it makes sense. Everybody can work. And you got to have something to stick out. You're not going to do some kind of triple dive flip off the top rope, but if you have the right character, people, Hacksaw, what was your favorite move? I said, I kick and punch. What are you talking about? What's my favorite move? That's Brett and Sean and those guys. I carry a 2x4. Favorite move.
It's about a lot more than the moves, folks.